Hello, dear students. I, Miss Archana Gawale, welcome you all to the e-learning platform of Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, KRT Arts, BH Commerce, and AM Science College, Nasik. Dear students, today we will study the subject Elements of Company Law for the class SY BCom Semester 4. In my previous video, we tried to understand the concept of key managerial personas. In today's video, we will try to understand all about managing director, full-time director, manager, appointment of managing director, full-time director, and manager, and the difference between managing director, full-time director, and manager. Managing director. In a company, it is the responsibility of board of directors to direct, manage, and control the affairs of the company, but it is not feasible for the board to manage or supervise the day-to-day activities of the company. So, managing director is appointed. The managing director is a person to whom substantial power of management have been delegated by the board, and hence such persons can be withdrawn by the board at will. In a company form of organization, it is the responsibility of the board of directors to direct, manage, and control the affairs of the company. However, in reality, this may not be feasible or practicable for the board to direct, manage, and supervise each and every activity in day-to-day administration of a company due to various reasons, such as the director may not have sufficient time, as a concerned director may be a director of more than one company. Secondly, there is no statutory obligation upon the director to attend the company. Third, the board meetings are not conducted frequently. However, the company's business is required to be monitored on day-to-day basis. Due to such reasons, it becomes necessary for the company to appoint a key managerial personnel or the professional managerial personnel, which is also known as managing director. The managing director is a person to whom substantial powers are of the management have been delegated. It means that managing director is a person to whom substantial means essential or the basic power of management are being given by the board, and hence the board has the right to withdraw them. Definition of managing director. This definition is given in section 254. Managing director means a director who by virtue of the article of the company or by agreement with company or by resolution passed in general meeting or by board of directors is entrusted with substantial power of management of the affairs of the company and includes a director occupying the position of managing director by whatever name called. This definition means that a managing director is a director who becomes a MD by virtue of article of association of the company or by agreement with the company or by resolution passed in general meeting or in board meeting, and he is assigned with a substantial power of management of affairs of a company. Such person is known as managing director. The substantial powers delegated or assigned to a managing directors include some administrative act of routine nature, such as power to affix the common seal of the company on various documents, to endorse or to draw any negotiable instrument on account of company. A managing director is also known as a managing agent, a secretary treasurer, etc. Whole time director. A whole time director includes a full time director of a company. He is the person who devotes most of his time and attention in carrying out the affairs of the company as assigned to him by the board. Therefore, a whole time director is virtually a managing director, though not so designated. So, appointment, reappointment, remuneration, disqualification of a whole time director are concerned with the provisions which are applicable to the managing director are same for the whole time director. As per Section 294, full-time director includes a full-time director for the company. Hence, he is the person who devotes most of his time and attention in carrying out the affairs of the company which are assigned to him by the board of directors. If a director is appointed to act as a technical advisor or work manager or legal advisor or sales manager or finance manager on a full time basis, he may be a whole time director for the company. However, a person who does not devote substantially the whole of his time to the company may not be termed as whole-time director. So far as appointment, reappointment, remuneration, disqualification of whole-time director are concerned, the same provisions which are applicable to the managing director are applicable to the whole-time director too. Manager. As per section 253, the definition of manager is manager means an individual who, subject to the superintendent's control and direction of the board of directors, has the management of the whole or substantially whole of the affairs of the company and include a director or any other person occupying the position of a manager. Usually, in practice, to name a person in charge of a section of an organization is known as manager. Example, shop manager, factory manager, sales manager, purchase manager, etc. But these persons are not manager as defined in the act because they are not entrusted with the whole or the substantially the whole power of the management of the company. Appointment of managing director, whole-time director and manager. All these key personals can be appointed through article of association of a company or by an agreement with the company or by passing a resolution in general meeting or by resolution passed by the board of directors. Now we will see the difference between managing director and manager. First point, a person cannot be appointed as a managing director without being a director. It means that to become a managing director, the person needs to be a director. And a manager may or may not be a director. It means that to become a manager of a company, he may or may not be the director of the company. Second, there can be two or more managing director at a time in a company. It means that there can be two or more managing director at a time in a company. Whereas a company cannot have more than one manager. It means that there should be only one manager at a time in a company. Third, a managing director is entrusted with substantial power of management. It means that a managing director is delegated with some power of management, whereas a manager is not vested with the management of whole or substantially the affairs of the company. It means that a manager is just in charge of a particular section, but he is not given the power or the authority to look into the affairs of the company. Fourth, a managing director cases to hold the office the moment he he ceases to be a director. It means that the managing director cannot remain as a managing director after being seized from the position of or uh, from the designation of being a director, whereas a manager continues to be a manager even though he ceases to be a director, but a manager will continue to work as a manager if he is seized from the position of a director. Difference between managing director and whole-time director. First point, managing director. A managing director is a director who is entrusted with substantial power of management which would not be otherwise be exercised by him. Whole-time director is a director who is employed for the full time in company. Second, a managing director can be appointed for a minimum period of 5 years, whereas there is no such provision which restricts the appointment of whole-time director. Third, a person can be a managing director of two or more companies under certain circumstances. A person cannot act as a whole-time director in more than one company. A managing director and a manager cannot exist simultaneously in a company. A whole-time director can be appointed along with the managing director of a company. Thank you.